Today we're doing the 2021 shop tour. This is gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be a three-part series. We're gonna start off with the mowing portion, then we're gonna go to the landscaping portion, and then the third part we're gonna go over our administrative offices and everything. It's been a wild ride. In 2014, when I started this business, I had literally a push mower, a weed eater, and a hand blower. And now today, we have this whole shop. Wild. We're gonna do 1.7 million in sales this year. So yeah, let's hop right into this. I'll show you the inside. Let's go. Hey everyone, I'm Jacob Godar, the owner of Scooters Lawn Care. My channel helps contractors deliver and clients experience a luxurious everyday life through property transformations. So we're in the shop. Let's get straight to the mow side of things. I'll walk you over and show you what that's all about. This is the Mow Shop. Take a look. This houses mowing. This houses this little section right here is all our interior work stuff. This is our blades, our sharpening station, and just some of the blade stuff, more maintenance like a little spreader. This pallet rack is for fertilizer materials. You see some Christmas lights sitting there right now, but that's not that organized. The hang stick equipment on it. And it also stores a lot of our chemicals underneath as well. And we are really, really big on these Rights. We've loved these Rights. They've been our favorite mower forever. But some of the other stuff that we got in the buyout is Exmark and Hustler stuff, which I've never really used and don't know. I mean, we've had an Exmark piece of equipment, and I've worked for a company that's had Exmarks, but just don't have much experience with it. So this is, I'm not sure what model this thing is, but whatever the Exmark standards are. The Hustler, it's an interesting machine. I just hate, same with all these big machines, I just hate how big it is, how much money it costs, because I could get a 60-inch in one of these for a lot less. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot lighter, it's got a smaller footprint. It'll do the same amount of work, and it's easier for a guy to get on and off of one of these. I just love that, and I'm probably gonna mention this again as I walk by it, but like, these things are so easy to hook some little straps to pull tarps and cleanups, and I mean, they're just so versatile. They're big Exmark, and then a couple more bigger, older ones. This one, this is probably one of the better ones we got in the buyout. But they've all been pretty good machines. You're seeing a lot of stuff with flat tires. A lot of the stuff's just been sitting around getting ready to be serviced. You know, filter covers off. People are working on stuff, kind of dabbling, but we're about to go through the big service to get things all ramped up for next year. There's also a bunch of stick equipment here. This is, you see this and it's kind of sporadic. The back shop's gonna have this more well laid out, but this stuff, when it comes to mowing, when we stop mowing, all of the mowing stuff is always on the trucks, 24/7, never unloaded, locked up, ready to go. So there's zero time in loading. So that's why you kind of see it all over right now. Because typically it'd never even come off the rig. It'd always stay on and be ready to rock and roll. So we're really, really big on efficiency, and you know, that's the name of the game when it comes to mowing. So I started the business off with a mower really, really similar to one of these little push mowers, except it was a Honda mower. And I don't know where it's at now, but I think it's in one of my old house or something like that, sitting in maybe it could be in a boneyard for all I know. But the second mower I ever bought, first commercial mower ever, was this Turf Master right here. This thing still hangs around. It still gets used. It's still a great machine. Except everybody hates how heavy it is, and it's so crazy because I used to push every lawn alone with that thing. That's it for the Mow Shop. This is a lot of what's back here. I'll show you some of the other mowers that are out in the back end of things, but leave it in the comments. Let me know what do you like? What equipment do you use for stick equipment? Do you like Echo equipment? What kind of mowers do you like? Do you like Wrights best? Do you like Exmark? Do you like, what is it? I want to know what you've had the best luck with, what you think's the most efficient and cost effective. Leave that in the comments, and I'll go ahead and show you the rest of the shop. Let me flip it around. It's kind of the break room for everybody, and there's even more lawn care stuff. So they have, I don't know why it's an empty box of edger blades, but it is an empty box. You can see we just do simple organizational things here. This is our little edger blade cubby. These are for the big 3-wheel edger. Then there's new and old blade stuff. Big Echo speed feed fan. I don't know what you guys use. Leave it in the comments below what kind of weed eaters and whatnot you use, but we use the heck out of these speed feeds. That's something cool that we did do. There's a bathroom back here, fridge, but we got Lockers. Kind of got donated to us. I don't know how many people are using them. Oh, but a little toolkit's hidden and a little raincoat. We got so many different standard operating procedures going on. Boots of how people are going to keep their own things like correctly and it not get used. Like that's been a big problem. Those little hand tools is someone will have a kit, it'll get stolen off of a truck, and then that's a big deal because they need it to do other jobs, and then they don't get treated well and they just get thrown up on the workbench and get lost. So we're working on new standard operating procedures to prevent that, whether that be where I came from in the body shop, we all owned our own tools. And we took care of our own tools because they were ours. And I think we may go to a model like that where there's a small pay decrease to justify for a crew leader tools, and if they don't take that, then they just buy like $50 to $60 worth of tools on their own. I'm not talking big tools. I'm talking like the little knickknacks and hand tools like that. If you had $50, you could get what we typically need. We're in the back shop. Lights are already on. We have a mechanic that kind of comes in here and takes care of things, and I'm not sure when he was last in, but so here, back to more mowers. Another 36 Exmark, another 52, another push mower, another Exmark sit down, and then there's our Perma-Green back there, and that kind of concludes all of the lawn care stuff. And typically you see all of it stays pretty much up front. You're going to see when we get into our landscaping stuff how much stick trimming and whatnot stuff is back here. But the final thing I want to say is the boneyard. All the broken pieces that our mechanic uses to kind of formulate and build new usable weed eaters. That's what's really nice when you stick with a brand. Like I said, leave it in the comments what brand you're using, but when you stick with a brand like Echo, and when you use, I said cost effective. I've had people knock these, but this is a 225 SRM Echo. The thing kicks butt. It's easy. It's got the speed feed head. I don't care what you say. When you know how to use those heads, you're faster with those than anything. And this is a super cost effective weed eater, and it works fine unless you're going out and doing brush cleanups. If you're doing what you should be mowing, it's awesome. And when you got hundreds of them laying around, there's always spare parts, there's always spare carburetors, there's always spare this, because it's all interchangeable. So that's the lawn care side of the business. That's the part of the shop. There's a lot more trucks and stuff we're going to go over. We're going to tie that in kind of to the landscaping part of this, but a lot of them are mow trucks. But there's one up here, so don't forget about that. And right out this door, handy dandy, is the mow parking area, so everything is readily accessible. See you on part 2, which will be landscaping, and make sure to check the videos in the end screen. See ya.